Viquel.
Hey, and I'm Scott. Good to see you.
And we are going to be tasting the 2017 Lagom Solomon Hills Vineyard this go round. And we did just release this as well with our other Pinot Noirs from the Lagom series.
Yeah. So we had done Viennesito. I believe you guys have already seen that video, and this will be the second in line there with the 4 Pinots that we have for the 2017 vintage. Get a little pour here.
Thank you.
Absolutely. 2017, you know, kind of in line with 2017s from the Torrin wines. Really beautiful, approachable vintage. You know, the wines are they're really showy right now. Fantastic balance of weight and texture. Beautiful fruit. They're good with, you know, after an hour open in a bottle. They'll be great 5, 6, 7 years from now.
It's really good.
Oh, it smells great. So Solomon Hills. So this is a vineyard. Technically, it's actually the furthest west in the Santa Maria Valley AVA. So, you know, a little closer proximity to the ocean. You really get that kind of marine, saline, kind of sea salt characteristic, which is kind of cool. What are you getting there, American?
Here we go again. I love being put on the spot, but it's so good.
I don't get to do that to you very often. Yeah. No.
I definitely get some like herbal characteristics. There's some bright fruit on this as well.
Yeah, definitely. Kind of into that. It's like a really ripe strawberry. You know, I think you get that really powerful kind of dense, ripe strawberry characteristic into it, which is really neat when you do get kind of that saltiness and then that earthy component that comes through with it. Beautiful aromatics, and it's really unique to this every year in this regard. I think you almost get into sages and dill and these kind of interesting little dried herbs as well that are kind of cool in this one.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I picked up a lot at first, was a lot of that dried herbs, but that strawberry note, as well as, I think I said it before, it's kind of like a crushed rose petal to me, like that, I still smell it there.
Yeah, pretty fantastic. Texture of this wine, again, you know, has the acid in the end that kind of supports it, keeps it honest. It has this beautiful texture. You know, I think one of the most alluring things of Pinot Noir, because you don't have those immense drying tannins that you might have in Cabernet or Grenache or Syrah. As far as a production standpoint, you know, again, all native yeast. I said it's really hands off. It's only punch downs. There's no aerations, no pump overs, anything like that. It gets a shorter cold soak than our Rhone varietals do, just a couple days. The native yeast take off, ferments in about 10 days or so. We press it off. It goes into about 30 to 40% new wood. A little bit bigger format barrels. We use 300-liter barrels. And then it stays in there for about 18 months. You know, initially when we started making Pinot Noir, I was assuming it would be more like, you know, kind of a 12-month turnaround. But the wine just needed more time. Really, in our whole philosophy is Mother Nature kind of drives the boat, and we just enjoy the ride. So took a little bit longer. So now we're kind of on about that 18, 19-month rotation, you know, for time in barrel. And then we try to give it another year at that point in bottle. So with the 17 vintage, this saw about 19 months in barrel and a year in bottle before we released it.
Great.
So.
And we did about 110 cases?
Yeah, about 110. Yeah.
I think.
So, right, yeah, pretty close to about 100. Yeah. So this is actually 2 clonal selections. It's clone 115 and clone 5. 2 blocks right next to each other. And it's a gradual hill that kind of slopes down. This is a little further up. And then we just go through and we actually select barrels. We do an in toto blend, which we'll go through later, that gets a percentage of this as well. So we're really careful about how we, you know, decide to divvy those barrels up between the vineyard designates and the blends, you know, because really when we started this with the vineyard designate piece of it and the term Lagom and the fact that, you know, enough
is as good as the feast.
Is as good as the feast. It's really one place, one grape. I mean, pretty simple. And then really letting that place show through. Yeah, it'll be fun. We'll see where we go with this stuff. The Pinot Noir piece of this, you know, in the Torrin profile or in the Torrin lineup of wines, this is just something we do because we love it, we enjoy drinking it, we have a good time with it. That's kind of been the philosophy behind all the Torrin wines. But certainly our own backyard is really where we focus, you know, the biggest piece of our energy. So, you know, we expect to see the Torrin brand continue to grow for a bit, but this is going to stay kind of in that you know, 300-400 case, probably actually for the Pinots, maybe a little less than 300 cases or so, moving forward with, you know, a couple hundred cases of Chardonnay. That's pretty much it. So, you know, pretty limited production, so I hope you guys get some.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. And if you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to comment below in the comment section and email us at info@torrinwine.com or give us a call.